EGM Network.
This is Martha Matters. From real estate, healthcare, current events, taxes, or just about any topic, we're talking about it. Call us with any questions on just about any subject. Now, here she is, Martha!
Well, hi there, and welcome. Well, we're now in the middle of summer, so a week at a time, things keep changing, including the stock market. It was only a couple of weeks ago when several investors said, if you have Apple, hold it, don't sell it, but certainly do not buy any more. Now, the big thing is, yes, go buy it. And you know why? Not only did it come down a little bit, it's not going to come down by leaps and bounds. That's an expensive stock and it's up there. But it will come down but it's come down, I should say, by about $10 to $20 a share, which for the major investors, that's significant, who want to buy 100, 1,000 or more shares at a time. The reason being they are getting very active, and they weren't. They almost ignored it. They're getting very active with AI, artificial intelligence. And almost any company, that is the secret, almost any company that's recognizing, addressing AI, and either limiting it or setting up specific programs that are more complex, not just, an appointment or changing an appointment with one or two choices. Those that are getting very, very active in AL are the stocks that are going up now.
You mean AI, Martha?
AI, I keep saying AL, yeah. AI, you're absolutely right. AI is the center of a lot of tech stocks and investment stocks. So we have to recognize it. We don't want it to take over the world, but it has to be recognized, especially when it comes to tech stocks.
Yeah.
So now is a good buying time for, if you can get one or two shares, you don't have to buy a lot at a time. My husband and I, whenever we buy stocks we already have, we always, every now and then, buy very small additions, another 5 shares, another 10 shares, no more than that. And we wait for the next downturn and see if those stocks are still producing, or we should buy 5 or 10 shares of something else. Always feel, I don't care if you missed a one-day buying opportunity, always feel like you're in control. Every month with dividends and little interest you may get, study carefully which stock you want to buy an extra 5 or 10 shares. You may get started with a stock buying only 1 or 5 shares, but that's not the end of your investing. Every month, every week, if you get interest or dividends paid to your cash account, always check. You could buy 2 or 3 shares, maybe 5 shares of a stock you already have that's doing well. And you're not limited to the stocks that you already have purchased. You can always add to them. In addition, don't be afraid to take a little off. I'll give you an example. In the past, I recommended Katera. It's an oil, especially LNG drilling stock. We thought it was going to be fabulous. This was over the last 8 or 10 months. I've mentioned it a couple of times. Well, it's cheap enough from $28 to $35 a share, but it's gone nowhere. So what I'm doing, I'm not selling the whole thing, but I had like 200 shares of it. Last week, I sold 50 shares. I'm still giving it a chance to get going on drilling and stuff because that's what Trump is pushing. But I figured I'll sell 50 shares, and with that money, I can put it in another stock that is going up more, like Amazon. It may be 50 shares of that I sold of Katera, but that's enough money to pay for, I think, 5 or 8 shares of Amazon. So I figured that has been a steady eddy going up almost every day for the whole summer, except for when the stock market in general is down to something major happen. So don't hesitate to be in control of your stocks. Unfortunately, there are many of them that are doing well that you can leave alone if you haven't even seen them for the whole year. Like Disney. If you have a few shares of Disney, it's a steady eddy going up. Microsoft is very expensive, but that too is going up. So every now and then, as a gift, if they give you a share of Microsoft, take it. If you buy 1 or 2 more shares of Microsoft, do it. But that's not a priority. You need to look at stocks that are continually going up, because you can't go reviewing all kinds of stocks every single day. That is a full-time job of a major broker or investor, and even they can't see everything that's going on. I have a couple of investors I talk to 1 or 2 times a week that are just friends. I'm not investing with them. And I ask them, what about this stock? What about that stock? And they say, oh, I don't know. We haven't had them invested in a while. We'll have to check and see and find out. The point I'm telling you is not everyone can know everything about every stock, including Kramer on down. A good example is what I just gave when we opened up. For the last 8 months, probably every week at least once, Kramer said, buy more Coterra stock. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. And now, after 8 months, he says, get rid of it. So everybody can make a mistake. Not a large mistake. You're not losing your shirt. But the point is, instead of the stocks staying the same, you need ones that are going to make money. I'll give you another example. A couple of weeks ago, I don't know if Kramer said it, but a lot of other brokers and those on TV said, get rid of Starbucks. They have these $18 cups of coffee. And with the economy and inflation, there are fewer people going to Starbucks. It's getting worse. Get out of Starbucks. The stock is not going up in value. Now, just a day ago this week, well, Starbucks is at an all-time low. Now they're getting involved with AI. They're selling more to China. Now's the time to buy Starbucks. And I wouldn't have said that 2 weeks ago. So things like that happen. Buy it in the down market if there is good reason to believe that it's well managed as a company, number one. And number two, they may lower the prices of coffee, but AI and faster service is going up. So people should be happier with Starbucks. There are two extremes of people who go to Starbucks. Those that want to sit down, have a cup of coffee for 45 minutes and visit and get out from the sun and have maybe a nibble with their coffee or something, that's fine. And then there's the other half of the people that are at work, have only a 15-minute coffee break, literally, or a half-hour lunch hour instead of a full hour, and they want to run into Starbucks, get something, and run out. The speed of being serviced is front and center for those people. Well, Starbucks is going to be using AI to encourage faster service. So the future, again, instead of being dismal, now looks good for Starbucks. So you can do some of this with any stock you buy, including ones that even I don't know about, that others don't know about. You can do your own research. If they definitely have a budget that includes AI development, that's a major step for considering them as a stock.
Mm-hmm.
And also whatever item they have, is it something that people are going to want more of? Like Europe, for instance, they are very upset with Russia over Russia's trying to make fools and capture Ukraine. Europe is getting unified against Russia. As you know, they're buying military equipment from us, and with their funds, because they're doing very well financially as a group, and they're turning around and giving their purchases of our military to Ukraine. And they're even sending people in to help them, both with the missiles and new equipment. So in that case, when the fall comes, most of Europe is not on oil, but they're on LNG, and they have gotten oil from Russia. Certainly Germany has, maybe not all of them, but Germany has. And now, when the fall comes, our LNG will be in demand, especially if Russia has sanctions. So I hate to bring in politics like that, but that does affect the stock market, not whether you're liberal or conservative, but on what is happening. What you buy and what you don't buy is very much affecting the stock market. So I'm saying certainly during August coming up, now is the time to buy LNG, liquid natural gas. That includes the drilling companies like Cheniere. I don't know why. ExxonMobil is steady Eddie, but it doesn't go up as fast as Cheniere and maybe one or two others, like even Chevron. So, but they're all going to be going up, and they're going up drastically this fall if by September 1st Russia gets sanctions against their oil. Trump has even announced that if the sanctions go into effect, he is putting big tariffs on China and India, who up till now have used Russian oil. If they stop buying Russian oil, they will not get the tariffs. So this is all very interesting, what's coming up a month from now. So instead of telling you after things happen, I'd like those of you listening to take control before things happening, and that's always the wise approach when it comes to the stock market. Another example of buying right now, people are in general doing more and more ordering on the computer. So it's not going down. It's going to be a steady eddy going up, and that's a stock like Amazon. Amazon has done well for quite a while, but they're now getting into other fields. They just started a while ago, but now want to get into capturing the pharmacy markets. And they seem to be putting, at least in the Midwest, several store pharmacies out of business because their prices are cheaper. Something like Express Scripts, that only certain insurance programs do well with Express Scripts. The general public, if they don't have a prescription plan, they may or may not do well with Express Scripts. And again, be in control. There can be local markets like Publix that are less expensive than either Express Scripts or Amazon. Do your work on comparing prices. You don't need to do it every time you have a refill, but do it certainly once every quarter, like once every 3 months, and check prices. Who's gouging you and who's giving a discount? Well, that policy, if you're comfortable doing that, do the same thing with stocks. And you're going to do very, very, very well for yourself. By the time Squawk on the Street and the other Bloomberg and other TV reports, by that time they report something good to buy, it's almost too late. And this way, today, I'm trying to make you all take charge ahead of time, and you'll do very, very well. We're going to have a good stock market for at least the rest of the year. So on that high note, we'll take a break, and we'll be back before you know it. Stay with us. I want to introduce you to our main sponsor, Highland Plaza, located on US 1 on the east side of the Highland Drive traffic light. We even have our own left-hand turn lane. One of the places in there, the first one on the north side, is Easy Stop, and you will be surprised what competitive and beautiful prices they have. You should give it a shot. Also, Tony's Hairstyling Salon is ideal for the entire family at all ages. He and his wife have run a salon there for years with a huge following. Also, we want to tell you about La Taberna Restaurant. It has the freshest Mexican food in town and a well-experienced chef. You will be most surprised not only by the food, but the reasonable prices. Also, I want to tell you about the nail salon. It's Luxury Nails. Let me tell you, they do everything, both for walk-in clients and appointments. Appointments are really appreciated, but they treat all clients professionally. Now, I want to repeat to you, this is located on US 1, just east of Highland Drive at the traffic light. It's a beautiful yellow building with a maroon awning. We look forward to seeing you there. Come on over.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock tariff-free coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs in the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of American-made Telescope, Berlin Gardens, and Pollywood, all with no tariff ever. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a summer sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Come in now for our summer sale and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Are you a therapist or a nurse seeking the multi-state compact license? In the state of Florida, these and many other industries require a Level 2 live scan background check for clearance to work in your industry. A1A Fingerprints is your certified live scan source from Broward to Brevard. And if you're a medical provider, you need to be registered on the ACA web portal. A1A Fingerprints will help you navigate and comply with the law. Call 772-494-6556 or visit a1afingerprints.com. A1A Fingerprints.
Okay, well, hi there. It's real interesting, the things going on, but I'll give you example after example. But right now, when you have a recession or slowing of the economy, if you remember from a couple of years ago, I'd recommend buy Johnson & Johnson, buy Colgate, buy Procter & Gamble, even Clorox. Those are things that people do not stop using, and they're very good depression or recession stocks. So all of a sudden now, because regarding pharmaceuticals, Johnson & Johnson is going into extensive AI development, all of a sudden the brokers are saying it's not a recession, but if you don't know what stock to buy and you want to buy something else, Johnson & Johnson has a real good steady Eddie increase in value. And all these years, it wore the hat of being a recession stock to park your money till things got better. In this case, they're going ahead with AI at a fantastic rate, and many brokers are asking, go ahead and buy at least a little bit of Johnson & Johnson. I find that very, very interesting. So I'm passing it on to you as a good example. And we all know that a lot is going to depend if we can end these world wars and skirmishes in Europe and Middle East and China and between India and Pakistan, all these different things. If we can end up having a peaceful economy, I'm going to say so long, folks. On that note, have a great week.